Alright, welcome back to the third Gundam Arsenal Base guide video. Today we're going to be talking about Operation Cards. Operation Cards is something I touched on in the general guide, and I try to highlight them in some of my ranked match videos. I haven't been highlighting them too much because I kind of just use the same ones usually. But there have been some changes this season, and I did get a few comments sent to me in the other Arsenal Base videos saying, hey, can you talk about the operation or strategy cards, because I'm not sure which ones to use or what they do exactly. So can you please just kind of talk us through it? So I was like, okay, yeah, I can throw that together. It's actually something I meant to do, but I wasn't sure if people needed it or maybe they wanted it, I don't know. Anyway, I threw together another guide, so let's go through it. This is going to be the guide for, once again, Operation Cards. So I also found this meme of Soleta in Mirane, whatever her name is, playing Arsenal Base. It's really funny. Little comic. Trying to tell Soleta like when to do SP attacks and when to deploy doing that. You see people doing this at the arcade, it's really funny. Anyway. What are Operation Cards or Strategy Cards? Operation Cards are the digital cards that are chosen at the battle setup screen after confirming the team you want to use. This is the second screen that pops up whenever you are doing a match or just playing the game. After you choose your cards and you're ready to go, you hit the next button. This is the screen that pops up after that. This is where you choose them. They are one-use abilities that offer a range of unique effects. These unlock mostly after player level 5, and many unlock automatically, but some do have requirements of player level, matches played, challenge battles, or special timed events. Usually the timed events ones unlock sometime after the event if you miss it, or they have the requirements changed to be something more general like hit rank 5 or just play a few matches, stuff like that. On the game screen, they're located on the right side of the mini-map. You activate them by swiping up on the cards. Once again, this is a touchscreen game, so everything is activated by swiping or touching. So let's jump into the operation cards. There are 3 types. The first type is Enhance. These grant buffs to your team units. Usually, at the moment, all of these are buffs for units that are currently deployed. You can't activate a strategy card and have the effect get applied to a unit that's not currently on the field. It doesn't work like that. The unit has to be on the field, and then the buff will be included for them once you activate it. So the first one we have is Kudelia, Maiden of Maiden of Revolution. Maiden of Revolution, jeez. Sorry, I think I'm getting a new neighbor and it sounds like they're bumping stuff around, so it's kind of distracting. Anyway, this is a 30-second moderate buff to mobility for all sortied units. Once again, sortied units means all currently deployed units. If it's not on the field, it's not going to get the buff. Remember, for enhancements, it has to be on the field. This is unlocked by destroying a total of 100 enemy units and battleships. This is a combined thing, so it's basically one that just gets unlocked as you naturally play the game. I should also add that this counts for both ranked match and challenge match, so let me look at that. Ranked and challenge matches are included in this count. So yeah, you can just get this by naturally playing the game, either through ranked matches or through challenge battles. Challenge battles are, of course, CPU battles. And yeah, 100 sounds like a lot, but it kind of adds up as you play, so it's one of those things that's just going to unlock naturally in the background, so you don't need to worry about this one too much. Operation V. For 10 seconds, you get a great buff to long-range all sortied units. This is a really good one. It gives you a 10-second buff to your long-range attack. Pretty nice. It unlocks at player level 7. Player level is just your natural player level. You'll get this as you just play the game. Ranked match, challenge match, win or lose, you'll get points for this. Oh yeah, and I kind of skipped over it, but your operation cards have a cost. This is kind of the best way I could think to describe it. On the game screen, you can choose up to a cost of 3, but you can only choose 2 cards. So most cards cost 1, there are a few that cost 2, and there's one that costs 3 at the moment. So you have to make your choice of how to combine these to choose up to 2 cards, but only with a maximum cost of 3. So kind of annoying way to explain that, but that's something to keep in mind. Next, we have Dignity of a Princess. For 10 seconds, greatly buff short range attack. This is your melee units attacking. This unlocks at player level 5. Then we have Defense Line on High Alert. For 10 seconds, reduce damage taken by all units on the field. This is a defense buff. You don't see it used too often, but it's pretty solid. I don't think it's too bad. You unlock this one at player level 5 as well. Once you hit player level 5, you unlock a lot of stuff, by the way. Next, we have Hidden Power. This extends the MS ability Trans Am by 20 seconds. This can only be selected when you have an MS with the Trans Am link ability activated. This basically means you can only use this when you are using a 00 unit with the Trans Am ability as its ability. There are 00 units that don't have Trans Am, so that is something to keep in mind if you're using a 00 team and you're like, why is this ability not activated or selectable? It's because the units you chose don't have the Trans Am ability. It's pretty weird because Trans Am is like the 00 thing, but some of them don't have it. It's very strange. Off the top of my head, I can think of, I think it's the Exia U rare, Ultimate rare. It just doesn't have it. Everyone's like, why doesn't this have this? No, Exia does have it. There's a different one that doesn't have it. It's the Virtue. It's the Virtue P rare that doesn't have it. It's very strange. The Virtue P rare is trash, which I'm sad about because I love the Virtue. Anyway, next we have Sabotage. This one's actually a strange translation. I don't think Sabotage is the right word, but it's kind of what came up. This greatly increases the attack damage of bases for 20 seconds. This is a pretty solid one. If you're getting attacked, you can just activate this and it kind of does extra damage to whatever's attacking it. It probably won't save your base, but it'll help. And then this is unlocked at rank 5 as well. This is unlocked at rank 5 in ranked matches, so you do need to play a few ranked matches. I think if I remember correctly, there's a handful of like placement matches that are pretty easy to do, and then you get pumped down to rank 5, so you'll unlock it after you do your placement matches. Next up, we have Power in Exchange for Life. This is another cost 1. Most of these are cost 1, as you can see. For 30 seconds, greatly increase the long range and short range damage. However, you take more damage in return. This is unlocked by doing the Witch from Mercury story mode. It's currently not available, but it sounds like it'll be coming back at some point. If not, then these cards will be available sometime later. And how you unlock this is you use the aerial Gundam during this story mode challenge battle. Then we have Temporary Defense. For 30 seconds, greatly increase your defenses, but your long range and short range attack decrease to counter this. These two cards were really popular when they first arrived, but they're not really used all that much now. I think people kind of just like found a way around them, so. This is unlocked by using Select a Mercury in the Witch from Mercury story battle, so. Once again, I think these will come back soon because they're not currently available, but they'll come back soon. Then we have Entrusted Thoughts. This is one of the newer abilities that came with the Freedom in the current season. This greatly reduces damage to bases for 10 seconds. You unlock this by reaching Gold rank 5 in ranked matches. Then we have Warrior's Rest. This is basically one of the most used abilities at the moment. It's a cost of 2. It moderately restores health to all sorted units, and it moderately increases short range and long range damage for 20 seconds. Pretty ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous, and it's unlocked by reaching player level 5 during the event period. The event period is literally all of Link Stage Season 1, since it added Double Zeta units, which Pool is from, so it makes sense. But yeah, this is one of the most commonly used ones. It's basically one of the ones you probably want to use. Next up, we have Support Types. These give a buff to your side of the field. These are whereas the enhancement ones were more focused on your units. These are more focused on just things that affect your side of the field. So first up, we have emergency maintenance. This restores a small amount of HP to all units. You unlock this by winning one challenge mode battle. Literally just play the CPU once and you'll get this card. Not too often used. You see it used in lower ranks as people are just playing the game and unlocking things, but it's not too bad. Then we have neutral supporters. This is one of the most commonly used cards. Gives a +5 to your cost gauge. I spelled gauge wrong there, sorry. And it doesn't go beyond the maximum limit. This is unlocked at player level 20, so this takes quite a while to unlock, but once you do, it's pretty commonly used. You'll see lots of people using it. You can unlock this by just playing challenge battles if you want, but I don't recommend that because you get more points, player points, from ranked matches. So next up, we have Offensive Beacon. This is the last ability that's unlocked, honestly. Offensive Beacon costs 1. It changes your defense units to suppression units. It changes your green units to blue units, so they attack bases, basically. This happens until they are destroyed or withdrawn. I don't know why I have a C there. This is unlocked at player level 30, so once again, yeah, this is basically the last ability that's unlocked. You don't see this commonly used, but it can take people by surprise to suddenly have extra blue units on the field. Not commonly used, but if you're smart, you can use this pretty well. Then we have Reassuring Maintenance Assistance. This only costs 1. It reduces your repair time for friendly units by 10 seconds. So if something gets destroyed and you're just waiting for it to come back, you can activate this and take 10 seconds off of that repair time. Pretty solid, pretty commonly used. This is unlocked at player rank gold 5 at the moment. So you'll need to do, I don't know why I'm ranked. You'll need to play ranked matches until you hit gold rank 5, and then you'll unlock this. This was originally unlocked through an event, but now it's been re-added as a ranked match unlock. Then we have Energy Supply. Energy Supply grants 1 bar of SP gauge instantly. It doesn't go beyond the maximum. This is a really solid card. You see lots of lower level players using it, but you also see it used in some high level play as well. It gives 1 bar of SP gauge, so it lets you get out an SP attack a little bit faster. Especially commonly used at the beginning of a match. Pretty annoying card, actually. Next up, we have Transformation Tactics. This is a cost of 2. It gives +8 to your cost gauge. It doesn't go beyond the maximum, but the interesting thing about this one is it's only usable when you use a unit that can transform, like Zeta Gundam, the Curios, the Flag, Psycho Gundam, and a few others. Not commonly used. It's a cost of 2, but it's not bad if you're using a themed team or just transforming units in general. Yeah, not bad. Emergency Escape. This withdraws the unit with the lowest HP on the field, on your side of the field, obviously. It can be redeployed with no repair time after that, at full HP, but you do have to pay the cost of redeploying that unit again. This is a really commonly used card. You see lots of people using it. It's a good way to keep your defender or your big attacker safe. If their HP is getting low, you can just withdraw it. It basically just heals it, and then you can just send it right back out. This is unlocked at gold rank 5. Pretty solid one. You probably see this quite a lot. Bridge Flowers. This is a new one in Link Stage Season 1. This is a +10 to your cost gauge. It doesn't go beyond the max. It is a cost of 3, but it's unlocked at player level 5. So it's unlocked pretty quickly, and it's very commonly used, even in high-ranked play. It's considered very, very good. It obviously doesn't have any extra effects after that, but +10 cost gauge right away. It's pretty good. You can deploy lots of units quickly with this. Then we have Impatient Plot. This is a unique one. It changes defense units to annihilation units, basically your green units to red units, until they're destroyed or withdrawn. This also cancels any enhancements that the unit would have, like enhanced attack or defense or whatever, those all go away when you activate this. Currently, this is exclusive to EX battles, and I think only the CPU uses it. I haven't seen anyone using this, so something to be aware of if you get the EX battle pop-up, but not anywhere else at the moment. I would assume this is going to get added for players at some point. Then we have Sabotage. These are the next category of unit of cards. These have negative effects on your opponent. So, first up we have Captain's Speech. This greatly reduces the enemy mobility for 10 seconds. This is unlocked by playing challenge battles 30 times. This is so-so. I haven't seen anyone actually using this. I guess if you go against like high-speed teams, it's good. But there's no real way to know unless you're playing like a physical tournament where you can like see the other person's cards. So yeah, you don't see this one often. Next we have Nano Mirror Shaft Scattering. For 30 seconds, moderately decreases the enemy's long-range attack power. This is unlocked at player level 10. And there's also Diva Wishing for Peace. This reduces the enemy's short-range attack for 30 seconds. This is also unlocked at player level 10. Both of these are pretty solid, and you do sometimes see them, and I think this first one, Nano Mirror Shaft Scattering, is pretty good for the current environment because Freedom Gundam is out of control, and it's a really strong long-range attacker, so you'll see these two cards used not commonly anymore, but it kind of shaves off some of the damage of some of the more ridiculous balancing that sometimes happens. So you can keep these two in mind. Next up we have Computed Plan, or Computed Plan, whatever. Moderately reduces enemy SP attack damage for 30 seconds. This is unlocked at Gold Rank 5. This is something I don't see used, but it's probably not too bad. Once again, you can't really plan for it though, which is the problem. You kind of just have to activate it and hope the other person forgets about it and doesn't activate SP attacks during that time, which is like, why would they if this gets activated? They would just sit on it, most likely. But yeah, this effect also, there are mobile suits that have this effect as well, like the Sandrock Gundam can do this, so it's kind of like, why use this card? Then is a really fun one, Determination to Connect to the Future. I don't know why it's called this, because it's such a weird ability. This self-destructs all friendly bases that are below 30 HP. It deals damage to all units within range. That's friendly and enemy units, so you have to be careful. This is unlocked at Gold Rank 5. This is kind of a gimmick, but it's a fun gimmick to have your base be pretty low on health, like around 10%, and just like popping this off and watching the enemy's units just get wrecked by it. It usually doesn't kill anything, but I think it does about 300 plus damage, so you can take out certain units with it, or at least do like heavy damage to them. Obviously use it once your units are clear, but it's pretty interesting. You don't see it used too often. Then we have Reverse Blow. Reverse Blow nullifies all enhancements on the enemy's units. This is your enhanced long-range attack, your enhanced short-range attack, your mobility, any buffs that they have, it'll wipe them out. This is a cost of 2, and it's unlocked at player level 5. I've never seen anyone use this. I think most people think it's just kind of pointless. If it was a cost of 1, maybe, but it's a cost of 2, so you don't use it. You don't see it used. Anyway, next up, I just wanted to highlight the commonly used OP cards. I kind of talked about them during the run-through, but these are some of the most commonly used cards. These change depending on the season or just player strategy. Basically, the more general buffs are more used than the specific ones targeting certain stats. You'll sometimes see the others for specific strategies, once again. These are in no specific order, and I didn't really show the combinations that people use, but it's pretty obvious. You just kind of choose which ones you want to use, adding up to a cost of 3, once again. So this is as of Link Stage Season 1. We have this ability right here, the one of Pull eating ice cream. This is basically one of the best in the game. Like I said, it allows you to heal and give a buff to their stats. It's great all around. Then we have neutral supporters. It's considered one of the best as well because it gives +5 cost instantly, and you can use it in combination with other things like the pole eating ice cream. I forget the name of the ability off the top of my head. Then we have the repair time reduction. It's a great option at any time. It's better for lower cost team than higher ones because you have to pay the cost gauge anyway to deploy. So if you're using a really high cost team and you're desperate to get something out on the field, reducing the repair time faster doesn't really help if you can't just like instantly deploy it once it's ready. So keep that in mind. Then we have emergency escape. This lets you save your important units and redeploy them almost instantly. It can really help you in a fight to save your defenders or to save your high-powered attackers and get them right back out on the field with full HP. Great ability, commonly used, I recommend it. Then we have the +10 cost gauge, the bridge flowers. The downside is it takes up all of your OP slots. It's a 3 cost. So beyond its instant benefit of getting things on the field, it kind of has no use after that. So it's kind of a one and done. It's really commonly used. Lots of people use this one, so keep it in mind. Probably use it yourself. Next up, we have the energy supply. This isn't super commonly used anymore, but it's a pretty solid choice. It lets you use an SP attack a lot faster than usual. You can, especially in the opening moments of the game, you can get your SP attack out after only 1 bar goes up naturally. You can just activate this and you'll get your 2nd bar and you can make an SP attack. This is really good for hitting undefended bases or maybe defending units with a red attacker. You can really take people by surprise and like kind of shake up the early game with it. And then of course I explained that the 2 damage reducer abilities, the one for long range and the one for short range, these are good depending on the current balance of the game. They're not commonly used, but you do see them depending on what the balance of the game is. I think the long range reduction one is pretty good right at the moment because the Freedom Gundam is out of control. But yeah, these are just some of the commonly used ones. I didn't really show the combinations that people use because I think you can kind of picture which ones you want to use and what combinations you can use, because only this one is cost of 2, the pole one is cost of 2, and then the bridge flowers is cost of 3. The rest are all cost 1, so you can just combine them in any order you want. But once again, remember you can only use 2 of these OP cards at the same time, and it has to add up to a cost of 3 max. So keep that in mind. If you're wondering why certain ones can't be used, it's because the cost is too high, or maybe you've already hit the limit of using 2 of these. So anyway, that was the operation card guide, just a quick run through of it. I'm gonna post this link in the description down below, so please look at it once you have time or you're curious. You can reference it at any time. These are just the operation cards that are in Link Stage Season 1 as of now. Maybe more will get added in the next season, you never know. Probably, most likely, it seems like they add at least 1 or 2 every season. But yeah, that's it for now. Like, subscribe, send a nice comment down below if you're using these guides, if you're finding them useful. I have a few Link Stage ranked match battles to upload. They will be uploaded soon. They will be uploaded soon. I don't know how much more of Gundam Arsenal Base I can upload regularly, because once again this game is kind of expensive to play, but I did get like a pretty solid amount of Link Stage battles recorded. But I will try to keep making content for this game as people are discovering it, as the English community is starting to discover it and wanting to know information about it. So I'm thankful to all the people who are sending nice comments and saying thank you for the information and all that good stuff. You're making me determined to keep it up. I will keep trying to upload some content and some footage and some information as it comes along. Thanks again. Please like, subscribe, leave, hit the bell, I guess. Yeah, just follow all the links, all the things that help me grow this channel. My channel is growing very slowly, and it's kind of sad, but I do get lots of nice comments when I do get comments. So thank you once again, everybody. and I hope to see you again. Please enjoy Gundam stuff. Please enjoy Gundam Arsenal Base. Please enjoy the reviews I post as well and the match footage. Once again, the link to this guide is going to be down below. Thank you. Have a good day, good evening, all that good stuff. Good night, good game.